Thank you. Please be seated. Thank you for coming today to celebrate the union of Eric and Margaret. Marriage, no matter if it's in a large church wedding or a small gathering in a grove of trees, is an important and sacred bond between two people. Because of this, marriages are the subject of many traditions throughout the ages. Margaret and Eric stand before us today to join in marriage and begin a new tradition of their own, and we're here to help them write a new chapter to their story. I have been blessed to be a witness of the relationship between Eric and Margaret from early on. From both good times and hard times, I've seen them both grow, and more importantly, I've seen their love for each other blossom into a thing of beauty. Their love for each other is strong, and I'm proud to call them my friends. Eric and Margaret have written a story for today's ceremony, the story of the Viking and the Magpie, and a copy will be available for you to read later at each table. It's a story based on many traditions, some old, some new. In the story, the Viking and the Magpie each search for something to fulfill the desires in their heart, but in the end, they only find what they seek by putting the well-being of the other over their own wishes. In their choice to put others' interests first, they find true love and happiness. Another tradition being performed tonight is a dance. When Margaret's mom found out that Eric wanted to dance, he told her, "He dances, you should keep him." The dance is a wonderful analogy to marriage. Each partner has a role, and neither partner is more important than the other. In order to make the dance work, there has to be a communication and listening, not to what your partner says, but to what they do. In this cerebral internet world, the dance connects us to our bodies. It reminds us that beauty is in the motion, not in the completion. In order for a dance to succeed, a beautiful dance takes hard work and practice. It takes an understanding not only of what your partner is doing, but more importantly, what you're doing. The dance causes toes to be stepped on, but not mouths. It makes us not take ourselves too seriously. It teaches us to take things in stride, and ultimately, it fills us with joy. Eric and Margaret will dance the tango for us tonight. In the tango, each dancer must lean on the other. the dance will collapse. Individually, Eric and Margaret are a powerhouse unto themselves. But by letting go of themselves as individuals, Eric and Margaret achieve something much more beautiful as a couple in the dance, in life, and in love, and in each other. The tango is the dance of love, but poetry is the art of love. To help us continue this journey, Nina will read a unique love poem.
Litany by Billy Collins. You are the bread and the knife, the crystal goblet and the wine. You are the dew on the morning grass and the burnt field of the sun. You are the white apron of the baker and the marsh birds of the native flood. However, you are not the wind in the orchard, the plums on the counter, or the house of cards. You are certainly not the pines of the air. There's just no way that you are pines of the air. It is possible that you are the fish under the bridge, maybe even the pigeon on the general's head, but you are not even close to being the field of cornflowers at dusk. And a quick look in the mirror will show that you are neither the roots in the corner nor the boat asleep in its boathouse. It might interest you to know, speaking of the plentiful imagery of the world, that I am the sound of rain on the roof. I also happen to be the shooting star, the evening paper blowing down an alley, and the basket of chestnuts on the kitchen table. I'm also the moon in the trees, and the wine in the teacup. Don't worry, I'm not the bread of the night. You are still the bread of the night. You will always be the bread of the night, not to mention the crystal goblet, and somehow the wine.
Thank you, Nina. In the Viking culture, a marriage was a celebration that lasted an entire week. But because of this, they were held in the fall after a harvest, when enough food and drink were available for such a grand festival. One of the traditions of the Viking marriage was for the couple to share a cup of mead, and to have enough meat on hand to last for the month, or a moon. The mead, primarily made out of honey, led to the tradition of the honeymoon. In the Jewish culture, the bride and groom also share a drink during the Shevis Brachos, or 7 blessings. Tonight, we will combine these traditions by having Margaret's mother bless the mead, and Eric and Margaret will share the cup. Margaret, Eric, I now ask you to stand forth in the center of our love and attention and exchange vows that will consecrate your marriage as an unending loving partnership.
Margaret, when I met you for the very first time, 5 years ago, on Mike and Carrie's porch, I remember it vividly, clear as day, and that's coming from someone with very poor memory. I was awestruck by your bubbliness, wit, ease, and grace. I was mortally taken by your beauty, ravishing hair, and incredibly cool glasses. You're able to engage everyone in the circle individually, making everyone feel comfortable, and I felt a kindred spirit. It's no surprise that when I next had the cause to meet you a year later at Jim's pie party, it was as if my heart hadn't skipped a beat and waited on this moment to tick. We connected with such charm, dashing back and forth from the kitchen out to the hall, trying to sketch out a ludicrous verse for Iron Poet. You were a vision of intrigue, intellect, and vivacity. I couldn't stop thinking about you. You captured every facet of my imagination and reminded me of my grandest dreams. I was compelled to ask myself, I couldn't help but ask myself about this beautiful, wonderful woman that I had just met. I really want to know, who could we be together? And when I meet you here today in this museum in front of all our family and friends, I wish right now I could tell you in plain English how much you mean to me. But I can't. To do this properly will take a lifetime of years. I wish I could show you right now in obvious actions how much I love you, and I'm beginning to do so. But to do so fully will take a lifetime of committed, thoughtful action. I so look forward to this lifetime of years, for us to share these words, sentiments, and deeds together. I look forward with a yearning heart to find out who we can be together, and so who will we be together? This is now a story we'll forge together. In careful, beautiful steps, sentence upon sentence, idea by idea, listening intently to one another and fervently learning from one another, as we sculpt and architect our relationship around the ideas and the ethos that are important to us. I'm excited to journey with you through the pages of our yet untold story. I will always think about your happiness and what our happiness together requires. I will listen with particular acuity when it beckons flexibility and patience on my part. I will be flexible and patient. It's true. And I will be flexible and patient so that I may create the space for me so that we can grow into the place where we need to be. I trust and love you with all my heart. I love hearing the things you have to say, especially when you express your deepest fears and desires. I will pay strict, close attention and ask for what you need. Your fears I will treat with gentle compassion, and I will always find ways to support your desires and industry. Future, on into the future, 30 years or more, we'll spend near a lifetime together of loving you, growing with you, changing with you, and adoring you. We will have shouldered all winds together as partners, cared for each other through difficult times, and laughed with each other through the victorious and happy ones. Success, pleasure, and harmony was ours. And in this future, we'll rest upon a porch, rocking together in the early autumn sunlight. The plaid and shawl and cardigan, you better believe that. Sipping lemonade, marveling magnificently proud of what we have become. For me, every day of this life forward, now that we're together, will be a new, glorious chance meeting with the most beautiful and wonderful woman in the world. At some distant point, whether there is a God on heaven's throne, some well of souls, or just energy bounding through space, we will meet again, meeting 100 or a million years, and then too, still, I will begin elliptically and magnetically drawn to you. For I've always been yours from the beginning of time until time's end.